Hello, folks. Welcome to Tier 3 Vision. Today, continuing over on our data engineering series, we'll talk about certain SQL functions. So, as you know, that SQL is one of the most important topic considered as a data engineering aspect because we need to do a lot of analysis. So today we are, we'll see certain SQL functions that will make your analysis, 10 times better. So I'll be using PostgreSQL. So you can use MS SQL, Oracle SQL also. So I'm just firing up my, PostgreSQL, and I have three tables inside it. So as you can see, I have department, employees, and order. So mainly I'll be using employee table also. I'll see what are the contents inside my employee table. So select star from employee. Sorry, employee. As you can see, I have employee ID, I have first name, last name, gender, positions, and department ID and salary. So now we'll see certain SQL functions. So first and foremost important SQL function is count. So count will give us a number of record or tuple in a row. So we'll be using count function mainly for this. So if you want to count something, so you can do select count and whichever column you want to count. So suppose I want to count my positions, and you can give alias to it. So alias is basically the new column or the column which will be generated. So whatever the name you'll give as alias, so that name will reflect on the console. So I'm just giving position count underscore count and from employee. So as you can see, I have 8 positions, and as you can count also, like I have 8 tuple. Now as you can see that certain positions are repeated, so I want the count of unique positions. So what I can do, I can use distinct function there. So what I can do, I can pass my count function, or you can say I can pass my count function over distinct function. So select. Now what I can do, distinct. Firstly, I'll select distinct amount, distinct, or you can say positions. So that will basically give me distinct positions only. Now what I can do, I can wrap up my count function on top of it. So we are basically count distinct positions. So that will give me the count of distinct position I'll be having from employee. So sorry, I have messed up with the spelling. So TINCT. So as you can see, right now I got the count as 8 because we haven't given any alias here. So if you want, I can give alias here also. So as distinct city count. So as you can see that I'll be getting, sorry, distinct city count here. Uh, now the next important function is a sum. So these are also called the aggregation functions. So suppose I want to find out the sum. So we can also do sum. So select. So sum will basically works on a floating column or integer column. So suppose I want sum salary as sum salary from employee. So as you can see, I got a sum of salary. Now you can also do like which city has what kind of sum, or which city has how much salary. So in order to that, you need to use group by. So group by is a clause which can be used using aggregate functions. So it will group certain city and you can perform certain aggregation function on top of it. So suppose I want to find out select. So I need to find out that which positions having or what salary. So like CEO is having what kind of salary and all that. So select positions, comma, some salary as salary on position from employee. Now here we need to do group by what we want to group by positions, because we need to see. So as you can see, the tester is having this much salary and CEO is having this much salary. So we'll get this kind of thing. Now you can do the same thing with average also. So like you can find out the average as average. Average is also an important function. So average. So you can do here average salary. So as you can see, this is the average. Mainly you'll be getting floating. And here also you can do average, and you can do. So as you can see that I'm getting floating point value here. So you can also like convert this into integer value. We'll see that now. So we have another function which is min and max. So as you can see, we can also select max min salary. So this is max salary, so this will give me the maximum salary. So this is the maximum salary. Similarly you can do with minimum also. Minimum salary. So this is the minimum. Now we'll talk about certain mathematical functions. So suppose first one is absolute. So suppose you are doing any kind of a calculations that you are finding and your value is coming as negative, but you don't want to that negative value. So there we can use absolute. So abs, this is abs function will give you absolute value. So we'll be using that. So for that suppose I'll consider select f name, comma, positions, and what else I can select, and suppose gender. Gender, comma. Now I want to do I want to basically minus my salary from my average salary. So salary, and I can do minus, and I can pass some inner query. Select select average salary from employee as salary deviation. I'm giving the name as salary deviation from employee. So as you can see that my salary is coming as negative. So there we can use our absolute function. So what we can do, we can wrap this whole statement around the absolute function, and it will convert basically the negative value to positive value. So here we can do abs. So this is absolute function, and you can wrap your output around it. So this will basically give us positive value. So as you can see, now our values are positive. So this is very handy function. Now another function is Ceil and Floor. So when dealing with numeric values, some of them might have a decimal values. So you know how you deal with those. So you can simply convert them either to next higher integer using Ceil, or previous lower integer using floor. So Ceil will basically convert into the next integer, and floor will basically convert it into a, a integer below. So we can see it as, so like select f name comma salary, and we'll see, or in this also we can see that how it will do. So instead of this ABS, we can wrap our floor inside it, and we can wrap our Ceil inside it. So what we can do, firstly we'll wrap our floor. So floor will basically, what will do, floor is next integer, that is previous integer it will do. So as you can see, it has converted the value to previous, because we don't have any other values there, like we are not getting any values there. So that is the we are getting. And also you can do Ceil. So Ceil will basically next higher value. So Ceil. So both the result are same, because our output does not contain any kind of digits after the decimal places, but these are the very handy function. Now another function is modulo. So modulo is also one of the important functions. So what modulo does? Modulo function is very powerful function. So modulo returns generally the remainder when the second number divides the first number. So it is used by calling a mod of x comma y. So like mod of x comma y. This is generally the scenario, and the result will the remainder left within that. So this is the important function for analysis. You can use it to find out the odd or even record in the SQL table. So we'll see that firstly. So suppose I'll do select f name salary, and what I'll do, I'll basically do my mod of salary comma 2, that I need to basically find out the remainder of salary which is divisible by 2. You can do as mod salary from employee. So as you can see that my remainder is coming 0. Why it's coming 0? Because all the number are perfectly divisible by 3. So what you can do, you can pass here 7. So as you can see, these are the remainders I'll be getting. Now another function is truncate. So sometimes you would want to convert decimal values to integer values, but truncate the number of decimal place you want to basically. So truncate function achieves it, and all you have to do is to pass the decimal value and the number of first argument and the number of place you want to truncate it to second number. So as you can see that I'm basically uh, uh, want to select, so suppose here I'm having this standard deviation. So after how many decimal I want to select, so that we can do. So truncate is also very handy function you can use. Now some string function we'll talk about. So suppose you have a name, you want to convert it to uppercase, lowercase, you want to concat the string. So first and very important function is upper and lower. So suppose you want to convert your name, first name and last name to upper. So what we'll do, firstly we'll check our table, select star from employee. So as you can see that my first name, last name and first name, last name in lowercase, and my gender is uppercase. So we'll do reverse. We'll convert the first name and last name to uppercase and gender to lowercase. So select, you can do simply pass upper and the name of the column, f name as upper case name, comma, upper, and I want to convert my last name to also upper, as upper last name, comma, lower. I want to convert it to lower, that is my gender as, I'm just refreshing at gender from employee. So as you can see that my that is first name has converted to uppercase, and my last name also converted to uppercase, but my gender is converted to lowercase. So through this way you can convert it to upper and lowercase. Now the handy function is Concat. So Concat is basically join to a string. So suppose you have this first name and last name, and you want to make a new column as name. So you can do Concat. So what you can do, you can just concat it. So what you want to do, select concat. Now I want to concat my first name and last name. So f name, comma, and here in double quotes you can pass the space you want to give, that you want to give one space, and again in column you can pass my L name, that is last name, and I want to alias it as name, and name from employee. uh, so as you can see, I'm getting this thing. So as you can see that my first name and last name has combined it. Now suppose if you want to trim something, so you can use trim function. So trim function is basically will trim any kind of a leading space or trailing space that you are having. So you can inside do here trim, and you can pass here. So this is also give the same output. What also you can do here, you can convert it into upper, and so this will be kind of a nested function inside a function. So you can do upper, here also you can do upper. So as you can see that my boda has converted to uppercase. So trim is also important function. Now the next function, we'll talk about window function. We'll have a separate video on window function, but few window function we'll see in this tutorial also. So suppose what are window functions? So window function performs calculation similar to an aggregate function, but with a slight twist. While the regular aggregate functions group the rows into a single output, window functions does not do that. uh, the window functions works on a subset of you can say rows, and does not reduce the number of rows. So the number of rows retain their individual identity. So to understand better, we'll do some hands on there. So suppose I want to find out the sum of salary. So select sum salary salary from employee. So as you can see, I got the salary, but here I'm getting a single output. So here we will get the aggregated value of all the rows. Now we'll use a window function and we'll see how we can do this. So what I can do, select fname, comma position, comma sum, salary over order by position from employee. So as you can see that I'm getting my number of rows remains same and I'm getting the salary over basically each positions and each name. So this is kind of, you can say that performs window function. So as we have noticed that we still get the aggregated sum values, but they are separated by the different positions. Uh, now and we also have output for each and every row. Now over clause, so we, as you can see, I have used some over clause here. So although we'll talk about window function in a separate video, but also to get you the reference. So over clause turns the simple aggregate function into a window function. The syntax is simple, that will have a window function name, that is your window function name, and then we'll have our expression that we want to do. So expression can be generally, and then we have over, and inside over we have partition and order by. This is a simple window function that you can use. We'll talk about this in our upcoming video. So window function, you can do variety of tasks. So we have a lot of window functions, like we have ranks, dense rank, we have ns value, we have percent value. So this you can do, but at the last I want to give you one a more important function, that is convert. So convert will basically give you can convert any value. So in PostgreSQL you can cast it. So suppose you want to select, suppose this salary only you want to select, so you can cast it inside it and you can give the whatever the data type you want to give. So suppose I'm giving average. So as you can see, I'm getting a lot of values. So what I can do, I can cast it and I can convert it into int. So I can do cast average salary and I can do int. uh, Maybe it's not working. I have some conflict here. So you can do some, we can do using another thing also. So just give me a second. You want to find out sum over salary and you want to convert. So this is kind of our sum over salary. Now what we want to do, basically we want to convert this into another data type. So I forgot, I am done one syntax error here. So instead of comma I need to give it as sorry for this. So So maybe Windows function is conflicting some error, so we can just simply do select some salary and also we can do this and we can give int from hope this thing work. Yeah, so through this way we can convert it. So with that we'll end this video. Hope to see you with a new video soon. We'll talk about more when concept related to SQL, some window functions in our upcoming videos on SQL only. So there will be seeing the Windows function, because Windows function is one of the important aspects. So with that, bye bye, take care. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. So what I'm thinking that I'll make a whole data engineering series, from started to covering all the specs like distributed storage and distributed processing and all the big data tools and technology. So please motivate me to come with this kind of content. And with that, bye bye, take care. Thank you so much.